What's up? This is Mashbeatz, man. The 808 God, straight from the 015. I'm out here with Repsy TV, and I'm with Aries. We're about to make a beat in like 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. That's all we're asking, man. He's gonna choose a sample for me. We kill this shit just the way we always do. Scary.
Yo, it's good, man.
What I think of Zoocci Coke Dope whole-roundedly, I think he's very focused, man. That's one thing about Zoocci. You know, if it's he has his priorities in order. If it's about music, it's about music. You know what I mean? If you're just chilling, you're just chilling. And when you get to know him as a person, you get to understand that he loves what he does, and it's all that matters to him. He takes care of it. You know what I mean? All his heart just takes care of it. So Zoocci is a very focused person. That's what Zoocci is. Zoocci's coming for it. You know? And as a person, Zoocci, you can tell Zoocci's understanding. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's full of understanding.
South African hip-hop has seen a huge rise over the past decade, driven by a generation of talented artists and producers who have shaped the soundscape of the genre. Among the most influential figures are Mashbeatz and Zoocci Coke Dope. Both have left undeniable marks on the industry, but who stands as the greatest hip-hop producer in South Africa between them? This video delves into their impact, strengths, weaknesses, production styles, and audience perception to answer this pressing question. Make sure you watch until the end as we unpack the methods behind their greatness. Now, without further ado, let's get started with this video. Before we delve into Mashbeatz and Zoocci, let's revisit the peak years of South African hip-hop. Between 2014 and 2016, the genre was on its peak in the country. Hits like Roll Up, Dog Shebeleza, Run Jozi, and Karakara dominated the airwaves both on radio and TV. These iconic tracks were mostly produced by three guys, namely Raf, Tweezy, and Lunatic. Lunatic was known for his work with the Cash Time fam, producing Kwaito-influenced street anthems that popularized the Skanda sound. Raf, on the other hand, was known as the mastermind behind the hits for MT, Java, Saudi, DJ City Light, and many other ambitious entertainment artists with a style that blended trap beats and soulful Afropop. Tweezy specialized in club bangers, producing tracks like All Eyes on Me by AKA, Dlala Kayona by El Tido, and Sidukotini by Ricky Rick, among many other street hits. During this period, Zoocci Coke Dope made his debut as a producer with Freedom of Fame by Black Glass in 2015, and then in 2017 he gained prominence after a series of notable features and the release of his debut project Morning Star. Mashbeatz entered the scene in 2016 with the production of Aries' debut album, Paradise, establishing himself as a prominent figure in hip-hop. Since 2017, both Mashbeatz and Zoocci have released many projects, some projects as collaboration projects and then some as solo projects. Zoocci has shifted his attention from dropping his own music as a rapper and focused more on production with other musicians, while Mashbeatz has expanded his role from being a full-time producer to being also a DJ.
14.
So you always wanted to be a brand as a producer?
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to
You know
Tweezy.
why I say that? Actually, I just remembered there was, and it sounded weird at the time. Actually, I just remembered when we were gonna shoot the Night and Day video. You had actually hit me up, talking about, yo, let me come out and be on the video.
Just trying to throw something.
And to me at the time, like, why does a producer nigga want to be on the vid?
Bro, I had the vision.
I'm like, this little nigga want to be.
I had the vision.
Fuck.
Yeah, even like to Jose, I told him one time, yo, what you say? Let me hop on the Zimbali joint. You know, I did this thing, you know? Let me let him know.
Now, let's start by looking at some of the strengths that Mashbeatz has. Mashbeatz has crazy collaboration projects with back-to-back hits with many other artists. If there's one thing that Mashbeatz does best is to effectively collaborate and bring out the best in every other artist that he works with. His first project, Thanks for Nothing, was a trailblazer and set the tone of what Mash was really about. Throughout his career, he has released solid projects, from working with the Wrecking Crew, solo projects, and other collaboration projects. He is definitely a force to be reckoned with. On the other side, Zoocci also has great chemistry with other artists too. Zoocci is one of the producers that was around the Wrecking Crew, but later forged his own lane and became a household name in his own right. Zoocci is known for pushing boundaries in his production, incorporating unique sounds and technique in his beats. Just like Mashbeatz, Zoocci has also released projects that have performed quite well on the charts too, but also contributed to other artists' projects like 25K's Pelly's Machiavelli, Big Star Johnson's biggest song Just to Flex, and Pablo, and most of Diamond's music. Here's a clip of Mashbeatz talking about Zoocci's Morning Star EP.
This is what we should be getting like 3 years from now. You know what I mean? But he's delivering it right now. So you can pretty much tell that 3 years from now it's going to be on another level. You know what I mean? That's how much I believe in Zoocci.
But on the flip side, Zoocci's beats can be overly complex and overshadow the lyrical contents of a song. Zoocci likes experimenting a lot with his sound. I guess from a perspective of an artist, this is not a problem as he is expressing his feelings. But from an audience perspective, his sound can be annoying at times as most people prefer similar production styles. His music is also too personal and emotional. While his tactic works for him, it is also limiting his mainstream appeal. We all know that South Africa is a dance-dominated country, so him rapping about his personal struggles limits his appeal. Zoocci also rarely works with other producers' production. He works only with his team with little outside help. Here's a clip of him talking about how he makes music with Slicker.
Like being in my producer bag while I'm making songs, which is how putting them together comes about. Like even from deciding the features, I'm playing what I just made and I'm deciding, oh, who would sound nice on this from a producer's perspective. Like who, if this was a beat on its own, who would I send it to, or who would complement this? So I'd say they both help each other, because when I'm making beats and I'm producing, I look at that from an artist perspective, like what would be fire if I was gonna get on this beat. And when I'm making songs, I'm using my producer skills to, you know, make the best song I can. Even like, what would I want to hear as a producer if a guy was sitting and recording in front of me on this song? And that's what I try to.
If you like look at other people's beats or listen to other people's beats as a rapper and go, I don't mind writing on someone else's beat as a rapper. Do you have space for that? Do you create that space?
It's very small. Like it's very small. I don't really be listening to beats a lot. Like a lot of the stuff we make is like ideas before the song is even made. So I'll come up with like concepts and like, okay, I need to make a song about insecurities and see how I can link that. And from there, from the ground up, we built that song from the instrumentation to everything. So I haven't really like had a pack of beats and I'll listen and play beats like that. I don't really make music like that. I just have, you know, my guys that are signed to me in Piff Audio, and we use our different skills to you know, make songs grow and become what they need to be, because we've got different skill sets and different things that we're strong at.
Unlike Zoocci, Mashbeatz embraces collaborations. He works on other people's productions and also lets other people assist him on production at times. But since Mashbeatz is not a recording artist, he depends a lot from other artists to assist him with bringing out his vision. His strongest works are often tied to specific artists, which sometimes overshadow his individual prowess. Mash's current sound is also not that different from the old Mashbeatz. He still uses sound clips, 90s sample over heavy bass and 808s. While other hip-hop producers are incorporating amapiano elements on their song, Mash is stuck on his old sound. One may argue that his sound is too predictable. While his consistent sound is a strength, it can also be his limitation, potentially reducing his appeal to a broader audience. Determining the greatest producer between Mashbeatz and Zoocci Dope ultimately depends on individual preferences and criteria for greatness. Mashbeatz stand out for his consistency, dope collaborations, and dope connections with artists, making him a stalwart of South African hip-hop scene. Zoocci Dope, however, shine with his versatility, storytelling ability, innovative sound, and emotional resonance, pushing the boundaries of what hip-hop can be. Mashbeatz's production is characterized by lush, atmospheric beats that often feature soulful samples and melodic hooks. His use of bass-heavy rhythms and layered instrumental creates a dynamic backdrop for the artists that he works with. You can tell Mash grew up listening to 19s hip-hop. The influence of classical hip-hop elements fused with modern trap sounds give his beats a timeless yet contemporary feel. Zoocci is a new school kid who's pushing the boundaries even further. His production style is eclectic and experimental. He frequently incorporates elements of trap, R&B, and even electronic music, creating a unique sound palette. His beats often feature intricate drum patterns, unique synthesizers, and haunting vocal samples. Zoocci's ability to blend different genres and sounds make his production unpredictable and exciting. Both producers have significantly contributed to the evolution of South African hip-hop, and their distinctive sound and strength make them invaluable to the genre. Whether one prefers reliable, soulful beats of Mashbeatz or groundbreaking, emotional, and charged production of Zoocci Dope, it is clear that the two have both cemented their legacies as two of the greatest producers in South African hip-hop. Let me know in the comment section, who do you think is the greatest producer and why? Tell me other facts that I forgot to mention in this video. I want to know your thoughts, and I'll also reply with my own thoughts. Until next time guys, stay safe.